出国旅行也能让你赚大钱吗？旅行不再只是花钱，出国旅行也可以为你赚进大把钞票。投资高手 Jim Rogers 要颠覆你对旅行的刻板印象，让边旅行边赚钱成为人人都能实践的梦想。Jim Rogers， 全球财经媒体与商学院争相关注与学习的人物。70年代 ，Jim Rogers 与投资大师索罗斯共创量子基金，10年创下获利超过40倍的纪录。1980年，37岁的 Jim Rogers 宣布退休，开始边旅行边投资的人生哲学。
My passion is to see the world, and to know as much about the world as I can, and to have adventures. It so happens that because of who I am, if I see something going on, then I will probably make an investment. By the way, flying into an international airport and then taking a limousine to a 5-star hotel and going to see the bank or the government doesn't do you much good, in my view. I know what they're going to say. I know what the banker's going to say. I know what the government guy's going to. I can say it better than he can.
因为对世界充满热情与好奇 ，Jim Rogers 曾经开车环游世界3年，游历116个国家，登上金氏世界纪录。旅行世界的 Jim Rogers 总是将旅行所观察到的现象立刻应用在投资理财上。他认为这是从全球经济中获利的好方法。
On my first trip around the world, I went through Peru when it was at war during the Civil War. I actually made investments there during the war because the trip made me realize when this war. First of all, it made me realize the war would be coming to an end sooner rather than people thought, and I made investments because I knew that and I knew it would have a great future. So yes, I went to North Korea last summer. I've come to the conclusion that there's going to be a reunification between North and South Korea sooner than most people expect. So that certainly had an influence on me by going to a country. Taiwan, I mean, here I am. I am convinced that things are going to be better here now because of peace. Many times I see things and it makes me act.
对 Jim Rogers 来说，旅行让他的投资方向更加精确。但是对一般人来说，边旅行边投资的关键技巧是什么呢？ Jim Rogers 说，一个成功的旅行投资家必须具备3个关键技巧。
It's always good to see the black market if you go to a country. If there's not a black market, that's good because it teaches you a lot too. But if there's a black market, you should visit the black market because you will learn a lot. There are many ways to do it. Just crossing the border teaches you a lot about a country. I don't mean crossing the border at the airport. I mean, I'm talking about crossing the border in the jungle or crossing the border, in the desert, where you really find out how people are acting. Driving through a country will teach you a lot. Going to the restaurants, finding your own food, finding your places to stay, that will teach you a lot. If you go on a pre-packaged tour, you're not going to learn much at all. You'll probably forget where you were. In one of my books, I talk about, one way you can learn a lot about a country is visit the madam of a brothel. I've never been to a prostitute, but if you speak to the madam, you cannot believe how much you will learn about a country because the madams know everything in a country. Better than the CIA, better than the secret police. I promise you the madams are better than the secret police. Secret police probably go to the madams too.
旅行不再只是花钱的休闲活动，旅行可以为你赚大钱。最后 ，Jim Rogers 要跟大家分享最重要的旅行经验，那就是旅行不需要带很多东西。
You don't take a lot, you take a few clothes, you take water, you take medical equipment, you take a sleeping bag and a tent. You don't need a lot if you're going around the world.